Wagwan that guy. Getting right into this video. This dude's locks looking like baby dreads. Still with that type 1 hair that will work. More Asian straight hair dreads happening here. I like the way these ones look actually because they're sectioned off really nicely. And it does show, Asians can get some pretty dope dreads. Yeah, I'm really loving the high top and the taper that he's got going on. Sections look great. Reminds me of Jeremy Lin's dreads, actually. This next dude's dreads looking quite interesting with the half bleach, half dyed purple. Looking really free-formed because some of them are really thin, standing up like baby locks. And he's got the high top happening as well. I'm interested to see how these ones grow in the years to come, especially how they're going to Congo up. So dope dreads there, brethren. Next dude here says he's been growing his dreads freeform for 4 months after a 2-year journey already, and he cut them so he could freeform. Wants to know what I think about his locks, and those are actually looking pretty good. Freeform, they're really tiny actually, and I feel that these will grow to be great dreads as the journey progresses. Let them Congo up a bit more, make them thicker. The coloring is on point actually. That's some pretty neat coloring, and the roots definitely not being twisted too tight. So I feel like he's doing a pretty good job. The Concord. A lot of dye, maybe toned down a little on that. And he actually mentions that he used chalk in his dye, not dye. And it made sure that it washed out and didn't leave any residue. So that's new. Sometimes using chalk to dye your hair temporarily. Interesting, I never knew you could do that. High top dreads looking irie. High top dreads are very popular. Definitely the easiest type of dreads to get because it involves less hair. You don't have to worry about your sides and your back locking up in the progress and the maturing of it. So it's actually not a bad idea to do the high top if you want to have like a little neater appearance with your locks. Mandum says good morning peeps, and his locks looking pretty thin. Really cool set of locks, even dyed a bit from the sun. You can see that the colors are changing up and the roots not being too tight to the scalp either. Keep those up. He says Wagwan, respect what you do in your craft. I appreciate that, bro. Big ups on the squad nugs, man. Best buds right there, bruh. These locks looking lovely. It's got the hearts hanging out. Some jewelry in there looking pretty dope. What do you guys think in the comments below of those jewelry clamps that you've seen right there? I'm actually quite a fan of them. I've never rocked them myself, but I see a lot of people wearing them and they actually look pretty cool, especially like the gold ones, the silver ones. You can switch up the colors. Mandem is asking if that's my horse. No, it's just the racetrack that I work at filming these racehorses. It doesn't know. Now these locks here definitely very high topped, and that taper is right down to the scalp, skin bald, blue in the hair as well, looking like X's dreads. This dude says he started with finger coils, but he's done, and it's definitely not too late to freeform these locks. It's never too late to freeform your locks if you are coming from twists or coils or interlocks, whatever. You can always transition to it, no problem. Now these dreads being freeform, they're looking really loose with his hair type, but they will dread. Just give it some time and some years to compress. I definitely feel that it will work, so keep at it. And he's even got that little front ponytail going on, keeping it kind of unique on his own. We got some twisted sponge method dreads. These ones looking pretty familiar. Pretty familiar. You see a lot of people with this type of hairdo. This is the go-to loctician style. If you are getting your hair did at the loctician, this is most likely what your retwist is going to look like. Yo, Yaga, these ones looking real dope. A little bit thicker than the other dreads we've been seeing on here. And thick dreads definitely meaning a lot stronger dreads, a lot more strength happening down at the roots. So I always encourage people to grow thicker dreadlocks over thinner ones. And you can achieve this by just letting them Congo up, combining them together.
Yo, G-Funk Home Slice dude, man, I just seen your video about dreads, and that was number 3. Well, this is mine, and there I started with back home, but that's been 2 months ago, and I just been chilling, and just letting them be. I guess they are gonna form by themselves. This one's pretty big. This is my favorite one right here. If you can see that. Woo! So, and should I wear this like this or what? So, I cut a t-shirt and did that. This is the back of my hair. I don't know if you can see those. Some of them are like not even staying in. Some of them are locked. Some of them are more stronger. Some of them aren't. But also, I have a YouTube channel if you want to have that go in there too. It's Tall Frenchie. But yeah, I just watched your video, guy. Fucking awesome, dude. Sweet. Hold on, let me see. Reviewing my subscribers' dreadlocks. So shouts out to you, bro. I don't know if you're gonna get this and put that in your next video.
Yeah, that was lit. Those dreads looking pretty dope too. Appreciate the shout out and watching the video. In the video, Tall Frenchie in the building. Caucasian freeforms, definitely a little messier, but they will turn out to be nicely matured as the years come. You don't know. This dude says he did his dreads himself 2 months ago, almost 3. Please review them. They're very wispy at the moment. Only 3 months in. Wait another 3 months and they're going to be a lot better. 6 more months after that, you're going to have some real nice dreads. So keep at it, youngin'. Don't be discouraged. Hopefully they're in there still, and just be patient, you know. So in terms of dreads, you don't want to completely neglect it. You want to wash with cold water, residue-free shampoo once a week, and it will help your dreads come together with type 1 hair like this. I mean, all in all, it's never good to compare your dreads to somebody else's as terms of inspiration, because you can never attain identical dreads as somebody else. So let them form into their own unique dreads, and that's going to really distinguish your set of locks from somebody else's. And lastly here we have some dreads over from Syracuse area. Yo, these dreads looking rather lit as well. Type 1, type 2-ish hair that have been freeformed into locks. And the tips are very wispy, and he likes it like that. So the roots definitely being very matured and thick and probably congoed up. I think they're great locks. So appreciate everyone for sending in their locks this time around. I'll see you in the next episode. Lickle more.
The nation. Dreadlock Rasta.